Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're drawing some berries and I'm going to talk a little bit about imposter syndrome. So let's go. So it's been a while. I haven't uploaded in longer than I meant to, and I kind of disappeared for a bit. I didn't really make any videos, and honestly, a lot happened. I finished my bachelor's thesis and then started my master's. Finishing the bachelor actually gave me a huge confidence boost, and the master's is even more fun now because I can finally focus on the things I'm really interested in. But outside of that, I wasn't editing, I wasn't uploading, and even though I wasn't making videos, I thought about it a lot. I'd open my old projects, scroll through footage, look at drawings I filmed months ago, and every time I think, is this even good enough to upload? Then I started to edit a video and got files that were corrupted, so I couldn't finish it. That was fun too. um, yeah, and I thought about do I still meet my own standard? Is this video okay? And I also thought about my English because English isn't my mother tongue, and I overthought that too. So I thought about, do I sound weird? And what if I say something wrong? Or my grammar isn't right? Do you notice? But then I thought there are so many great creators, even in the art space or the art corner of the internet, that I like to watch so much, whose mother tongue is obviously not English, but that doesn't bother me. So, yeah, I tried to keep those thoughts away, but they still kept me from uploading. The more I thought about it, the more I doubted myself, and that's when I realized, oh, this might probably be imposter syndrome. In case you don't know what that is, imposter syndrome is that feeling that you're not really good enough, like you're faking it somehow. And sooner or later, people will realize you're not as talented as they thought. And I feel that most when I'm making art. I'll sit down with my sketchbook, look at a blank page, and just freeze. Because in my head, I'm already thinking, if this isn't perfect, why even start? Or I'm starting something and it doesn't turn out the way I wanted it to be, and I experience art block. I don't think there's an exact definition of art block, but I think this is art block when you sit there and just don't really have the courage to put something on a blank page. Or everything you draw turns out ugly and then you pause drawing for a while. Yeah, and that mindset, it feels like you're being careful, but really you're just stopping yourself from drawing. And what I've learned is if you draw something ugly and then you redraw it later, it will look better. And that's literally how progress works. You improve because of the better drawings, not by avoiding them. I recently, like I think yesterday, I finished my first sketchbook, and this thinking prevented me from finishing it for I think 9 years. I think I started in no, it I started in 2019, so it should have been 6 years. So I had this sketchbook for 6 years, and yeah, I didn't finish it because I didn't think the drawings I would put in are good enough. Um, the messy pages that are failed sketches and the drawings I didn't even want to look at again, those are actually the ones now that show how much I've grown. So when I flip back from the drawings I made in the second half of the sketchbook, I can now actually see how much I improved. Meanwhile, the pages I tried to make perfect, I stressed so much about them that they almost didn't even feel like my art anymore. I barely had fun making them, and I had to get over that threshold to make bad art, to just put something down on the page, to then improve. And that's actually what started me on then doing anatomy practice, which gave me a huge art boost, a huge boost in being able to draw faces and hopefully soon being able to draw bodies that don't look rigged. Yeah, so now I try to remind myself my sketchbook is not an art gallery. It's something like a gym, I think. It's where I go to train, to make mistakes, and to see the progress over time. And the progress you can see with that is so much more rewarding. And the mindset has been helping me a lot because the drawings I thought were bad are actually the stepping stones in the drawings I really like now. So, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to share today, wherever you watch this or whenever you watch this. If you feel like you have imposter syndrome or imposter syndrome is holding you back, or you're waiting for the perfect before you start, just don't. Just start anyway. Make the ugly drawings because the next version is going to be better. And if this version is ugly, it is more likely that there is more progress in the next drawing. So what I actually wanted to say is I feel this too. Even as someone who makes art videos, who's been doing art for a while now, the voice of doubt doesn't really go away. I think most creators feel this at some point, even the ones that look super confident online. We'll all have those moments where we sit there and think, wait, do I actually know what I'm doing? And you have to think about what you see is online all has a filter on it. You only see carefully curated stuff. You only see the best drawings, the best paintings, the best angles of a body or something. You don't see the hard times, the ugly stages, or the ugly drawings themselves. And if you compare yourself to the top 5% of someone who may even do this or does this professionally, that's unfair to yourself. So, and if you ever felt that way, I just want you to know that you're not alone. I've been realizing that it's actually kind of like adulting. Like when you're a kid, you think all adults have it figured out. You think they just magically know everything about the world and how the world works. And then you grow up and you struggle and you keep struggling, and somehow you then try to hide your struggle and you realize, oh, we're all just grown up children, pretending we know what's going on. We're all just guessing a little bit and trying our best every day. And art is the same way. You might look at other artists and think they're confident all the time, or that they never struggle with ugly sketches or self-doubt. But they do. We all do in the end. And maybe that's kind of comforting, because it means feeling unsure or feeling like an imposter is actually just part of the progress. And of course, that's not only true for art, that's also true for your work, for your friendships, for every part in your life. So you're not broken for feeling that way or not left behind. I think it's pretty normal. So if you need to hear this today, keep going. Pick up your pencil, fill the messy page, make the art that isn't perfect yet. start whatever you wanted to start, because practice makes you better and can give you a head start. And even if it isn't a head start, when you practice consistently, you're getting better, and this is your superpower. Yeah, and because even if you can't see it right now, you're learning with every single line and with every single step you take, whatever you want to do. And that's all anyone else is doing. And if you keep going and if you keep practicing, you can probably get better than the ones who just give up early. If you don't give up, you cannot lose, right? So, yeah, thank you a lot for listening to my little ramble. And if you're sitting with your sketchbook right now, I hope this encourages you to just start, or maybe you already drew along. If you did that, let me know in the comments. And if you're interested to see those pictures on my Instagram, I uploaded this picture or this illustration a little earlier on Instagram. My Instagram is linked in the description below. I would be very happy if you could follow me there. And it would make me very happy if you leave a like and maybe subscribe if you want. I hope I'll see you next time, and I hope you'll have a lovely day. See you next video. Bye!